Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to another episode of Gold Rush. Last time we played, we rented this plot of land here, being Old Arnold's parcel. We also got some basic equipment and got it up here in our handy-dandy little truck. Today, we are going to actually begin mining. Now, before I do, I want to ask your forgiveness, as I usually do in this situation, but if you may remember last episode, I had a bit of a scratchy throat, and I just was having difficulty with what I thought were the sinuses, but as time passed, turns out, went and got a damn cold. So I've been struggling with that. It's one of those colds where, like, if you talk too much, you feel something catching your throat, and the next thing you know, you're hacking and coughing and just being miserable. So keep in mind that's kind of what's going on with me now. So for now, I'm just gonna do the best I can and hope you stick in here with me. Just as a quick reminder, this is our hog pan and basically our sluice box. We're going to put dirt in here, and the water from that pump over there is going to run it across these mats. And the idea is that these mats will catch gold. Once these mats fill up, we're going to rinse them out in this bucket, and we're going to do a little panning for gold. Now, I'm going to try to get out of this phase of mining as fast as possible, because I have played this in the past, and the one thing I can tell you is I absolutely hate panning for gold. Bucket, I'm going to need you later. Actually, I should have picked up a couple more buckets because it expedites the process a little. But for now, let's just go ahead and do this and show you what we're working with. So we got to turn our pump on, and that's going to run the water into our box. Now, ironically, you can already see bits and pieces of gold floating down in there, but not really. That's just the water. But that is where the gold will end up when we're done. So the first time I played this, I got a little confused because I couldn't find a shovel on the market anywhere. And then I realized you use the little left-right directional things, the semi-arrows next to your question mark on your keyboard. And you can either choose from your hand, using things by hand, this little flashlight here, or the shovel. And what you do with the shovel is you just normal click, and then you right click. See how that highlights like that? And now we got a load of dirt going through. You can see it actually. Well, you could see it while it was in there, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take the time to fill this up. Now you see up here, 0%. That's how much, how full the mats are. We need to get enough dirt running through this to fill those mats. So it's going to take us a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and power through, and I'll edit out all this boring stuff. So I'll be back with you just now. Alright, so we've spent a good portion of the day in-game here, filling these mats, and as you can tell, we dug a good-sized hole here. I did some very rough math, and I figure it took about 2 to 250 shovel loads to fill these mats in this box. So now that they're full, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over here and shut off our pump. Now you can see it didn't take up a whole lot of gas, but we don't want to waste it. Gas is money. We're going to go ahead and shut it off. Plus, I imagine it makes my recordings easier to hear without all that water running. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy little bucket, and we are going to fill it with water. And then we are going to take the first mat out of the contraption, and we are going to rinse it off in the water. Now, like I said, normally I have 4 mats, or 4 buckets, because it usually this water gets pretty dirty after one mat. And let's see, can we rinse all of these? Okay. So maybe I can get, maybe they changed it since I last played. Maybe I can get all 4 mats rinsed off in this water. I knew I could rinse 1 mat 4 times, but now it's only letting me rinse them out once. So maybe it'll even out here. That's good, because I don't want to have to go back to town for 3 more, just to get 3 more buckets, you know. Alright. So we've rinsed out all our mats, our miner's moss, rather. That's now clean and ready for the next run. So we are now going to take our pay dirt into the tent over here. Maybe. If we can get around this tree stump. Alright. I'm going to come in here and bring it in and set it down here. Now I need to get some water in this thing. Because this is going to be my... I don't know what you'd call it. My panning bucket. I need deeper water. No, I got some water in there. Okay. When you pan, you need water. And so, you know, I could go down and pan at the river, but I don't want to. Because it's going to start getting dark here pretty soon. And I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So we're going to go ahead and drop our panning bucket there. And then this is our actual pan. And we're going to dump some of our pay dirt into the pan. Just like so. And then we're going to pan for gold. This is the part I don't like. But, you know, I'm going to do it just to show you how to do it. Now, something I was making the mistake earlier. I was telling you to left click, to normal click, to dig with the shovel, and to right click to dump the dirt into the hog pan. Now, that is correct and it is incorrect. You do use the normal mouse button to dig dirt, and you can dump dirt from your shovel with the right mouse button, but it will not go into the hog pan if you do it that way. That's just basically for like moving dirt around. To actually dump the dirt from the shovel into the hog pan, you have to use E. So just keep that in mind. Now, what we have here is we have a pan full of dirt from, rather pay dirt from our, I gotta remember what the controls are here, from our bucket. This is the stuff that's been run through the moss. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower it into this water, and we're going to see how when you move it around it turns brown. And, you know, I'm washing all the dirt. I'm getting the dirt off the gold. So then we're going to pick it up here a little bit and drain it. And then you should be able to start to see, yeah, see those big old gold nuggets in there? All right. My computer has just enough lag to make this process a pain in my butt. So what I like to do is get it up here as close to me as possible so that I can see what I'm doing. And then just ever so gently try to get rid of some of the dirt. And I'm going to lose a lot of gold. There's some big nuggets in there though. And this is exercise in patience. You don't want to just rush through because you'll lose all your gold. I don't know how many times I've ended up lose so much gold. Okay, so then what you do is when you get some of the gold out to where it's kind of... Oh, what did I just do here? Oh, okay. When you get some of the gold out to where it's kind of visible, go ahead. You can... press shift and you're now in gold picking mode. So what you can do, you can still kind of move the pan around a little bit, but when you highlight over it, if you can just pick the gold nuggets out, they kind of highlight up, and down at the bottom it'll say, you see where it says pick up? That was a big enough chunk of gold I needed tweezers for. That was outstanding. Alright, the rest of this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get to, so I kind of got to move some stuff around. Get to it. Yay. Alright, and can I get that in there? Can I Can you get it? Come on. Thank you. That was a smaller one. Can I get that one? Please. Please don't be a dick. Yay, right there. Right there. No? Alright, maybe I have to wash that one off a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, there's a couple of them in there. I like that. Oh, yeah. See how the water immediately... So those two big chunks of gold were actually several smaller chunks of gold, but they were just so dirty. Wow, this pan had a lot of gold in it. Let's see if we can get a couple more of these. What would you call those? Cereal? Dog food? Dirt! Just the dirt! Come on, I don't want to lose all that gold. Okay, maybe I can pick it from here. It's a nice angle. Yeah, I can get a couple. Nope, 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 nope. Give me the gold. Can I get in closer here? Let me see if I can get in a little closer here without dropping all my gold. It's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Yeah, get the pan in here nice and close. Shift. No, don't do that. See, this is why I hate this part, is because it's so freaking... All it takes is one wrong step and there goes all your damn gold. Alright, can we get something out of this pan? Yes, we can. Come on. Alright. And the rest of that just looks like dirt. So we got 0.318 ounces of gold out of that one pan. So this is going to be pretty nice. So now that that pan is empty. Whoops. Wrong button. We're going to go ahead and step away. How do I... Yeah. You step away and we're going to refill the pan from the bucket. Now there should be 4 buckets of dirt in here. And don't worry, one thing I like right now, I don't know if they're going to change it in the future, but the one thing I like about the buckets and the pans is no matter what you do, if they fall over, come on, fall over. You're not going to do it for me, are you? You dick. Anyway, if it were to fall over, your dirt and stuff's not going to fall out. If this pan falls over, you know, just because you go to set it down like over here and you don't set it down right. I'm not going to, now I can't get, there we go. See how it fell over? In real life, all that dirt, all that gold gone through your floorboards. But look, it's still here. So when you're transporting stuff like this, you're not going to lose it. For now, they might change that later. But you don't have to worry about losing gold out of this pan until you go to activate over here and actually start washing it. So I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to the part where I've washed all this gold, and we'll skip over all the monotony. And when I get back, we will see what a bucket of pay dirt got us. So be right back. All right, well, panning through, I'm on my third pan of the 4. I ended up with this here. Never seen anything like that. It's the biggest gold nugget I've seen in 40 years of my experience as a miner. I hope it's not just beginner's luck, and you'll use it wisely to stop shoveling and start using proper machines. Check what you need to run the mobile wash plant, and don't forget about an excavator. Even the smaller one should be enough for you. So, the first time I saw this, I got all excited. I was like, holy shit, that's a big nugget of gold. And then I did some research into it, and I realized this is pretty much everyone who plays this game gets this. Big old chunk of gold, so that they can get out of shoveling gold by hand and actually get the proper equipment they need to get into doing some real excavating. So, if you play this and you get this, congratulations. You did what the game wanted you to do. So, okay, let me go finish off the rest of these pans, shall I? All right, folks. Well, it took us a good portion of the. Well, it took us all day to do it. As you can see, it's night again. I don't know what those are off in the distance. If those are campfires or forest fires or dirty tornadoes, I don't know. But anyway, the point is, during that one run, that one bucket gave us 40.44 ounces of gold. Now, this is not a very good indication of how much gold you can get running it that way, because we did get that big chunk of gold as the story the plot device. I don't know what you would call it, but minus, just assuming that it was a 40-ounce chunk of gold, that means that we got 0.44 ounces of gold, so almost half an ounce of gold. If I'm doing my math right, and I'm not a big math person, so just bear with me here. So looking at the journal, maybe, okay, so we've done tier 1, and I would say, because tier 1 here, it says to get the regular hog pan, no pump. We went straight to the hog pan and pump. Now, it cost a little bit of extra money, but that pump, normally what you do is you'd use the shovel and you'd fill up the box like I did, and then I'd have to stop when the box was full, fill the bucket full of water, and run the bucket of water through. And that just takes, it's so time consuming. So if you go straight to the pump, it's worth the money. Your productivity will go through the roof in comparison. So next we're going to tier 2. So we're going to go into town. Well, next episode we will go into town. I'll show you how to sell our gold so we can get a little bit of money. And then we're going to buy the mobile wash plant stuff so that we can actually get ourselves an excavator and get out here and do some real gold mining. The tier 2, tier 3 will be... tier 3 is actually the last step. That's when we're using the big wash plants and the big heavy equipment. But it may be an episode or 2 before we get to that. We need to make some money first. So next episode, we will start our jump into tier 2. All right, folks. Well, looks like I was a little premature, jumped the gun there. I thought I had more footage than I did. When I went through and edited out all of the monotony, I only had about a half an episode. So we're going to go ahead and turn next episode into this episode. And we're going to take a ride into town and see if we can't sell our gold and get us some better gear. So let me get this rig a rolling. Go ahead and normally I prefer to drive during the day just because I can see a little bit better, just like in real life, ironically. But I'm going to go ahead and go into town tonight because I've got this. It's already day 3. Now this game doesn't, as far as I know, the game does not have a seasonal limit like the TV show. Excuse me. So, as far as I know, you can just keep mining and mining and mining, and there really is no end game that I can tell. Not that I've reached, anyway. Ah! Slow spawning ass graphics card computer blog. I have to edit that out. I just about choked on my own tongue. I hate being sick. Anyways, I was trying to say before my tonsils tried to strangle me from the inside. There doesn't appear to be any end game here, so you know, you watch the TV show and they're like, oh, we're gonna get 1,000 grams this season, and we only did this much last season. Well, it would be cool if this game had seasons, and it might. I don't know. Like I said, I really haven't played it. I've played it today, like 42, I think is what the time means on the saves. But I don't know how long an actual mining season is. So I couldn't tell you for sure how if the game ends or not. But what I can tell you is I want to start making gold as soon as possible. For the sake of this videos, I don't want to stretch this out any longer than it need be. I want to show you the guys the game and then move on to something else. I've got I got a Stranded Deep season I need to get started here pretty soon. So I'm hoping to get this wrapped up in time to do that before the holiday seasons get too heavy here. But, oh yeah, I need to turn off that stupid... Alright. But I also want to play this game enough so that I can give you guys a good sense of, you know, what's available, what the game's all about. Alright, so once again, we are back here to sell ore. So what we're going to do, we have two options. Either we can go straight to sell ore, and if we were to sell all of our ore, we'd get 39,458 gold. That's a nice chunk of cash. But I think I want to see, because I'm not sure, if I craft this into a bar of gold, I'm going to lose $405 from crafting it. But hopefully we will have enough here that maybe we can make some more money off of it. Now, yes, you do still have to stick the gold in the back of your truck and hope it's still there when you get where you're going, because they still don't have a backpack or anything you can put your gold in. So come on, let me in the back of my truck. Stupid tailgate. I'm gonna drop my gold here kind of in the center of the bed, and hopefully it'll stay there. Now the good news is, all I got to do is get to the bank. Once I get to the bank, I don't even have to take the gold out of the truck. I just sell it straight out the truck. Take the brake off, dummy. Alright, so let's see if we can get to the bank without losing our gold. See if I can get out of this guy's driveway. Alright, so we're going to go sell the gold, and then we're going to go get ourselves... I thought I did disable that. Dang it. Alright. I'm going to go get ourselves some Tier 2 mining gear. Get ourselves an excavator. The small one, as they said, should suffice for now. One of the things on the list, one of the things that's on the list for Tier 3, but I want to get it now, is the shake table. Because that's going to mean I don't have to pan my gold anymore. The table will do it for me. And as you may have come to notice this episode, I hate panning for gold. Alright, so we're going to go to we're going to go sell gold bars. So we have a 36.8 ounce gold bar worth $44,883. So that does look like it is worth a little bit more turned into a bar. So we're going to go ahead and sell that. As a note, we can't take another loan yet. I'm not sure what the deal is. I read somewhere that the more gold you have, the higher the loan you can take. But it looks like I still have some installments to pay off before I'm going to be available for another one of those. This is your stock. Right now my stock's down a ways. I'm not sure why it says 6 months. I'm only 3 days into the game. Maybe this is projected. I have no idea how stock markets and shit work. Parcels later on in the game, there's Rivertown, which I'm going to avoid like the plague, because in my main game I mine Rivertown and I hate getting in and out of the place. There's also Pine Valley, and there's going to be a fourth one soon by what I understand, but for now I think we'll take a look at Pine Valley. Now I need 91k to get into Pine Valley, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Even though I could technically rent it right now, I'm not going to worry about it. So get through these clunky graphics blocks here, and we're going to go purchase our Tier 3 stove. The first thing I want to get is an excavator, so let's just keep backing on up. Because the heavy equipment guy back here past this useless police station. Now, hopefully they will make some of these things, like the restaurant and stuff like that. Hopefully they'll make them something you can actually use. You know, I'd like to see this a multiplayer where you can go into town and say the restaurant itself is a lobby or something like that. You can go in and actually pick up other players for the day and then go mine with them, and like they'd get a percentage cut of, whatever you mine, or however they would end up working that. I think it'd be cool if this was multiplayer, so you could have other people working with you. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of these small excavators. That's all I need for now. Now, instead of driving it all the way back to the mine, I'm going to go ahead and order it first of all. Okay, blah, blah, don't care. Okay. And we're going to come over here. Maybe. Now, this is what Old Arnold parcel. Don't have anything on the parcel. Storage space. Our small excavator is in the storage space here at the equipment, heavy equipment place. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and do this. And that's going to, for $1,500, transport that small excavator to the Old Arnold parcel. Now, if I had other mine locations, I could transfer stuff between them and whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and pay for this. So when I get back to the mine, that excavator will be there. I'm going to go ahead and hop back in my vehicle here and go get the rest of the stuff that I need to get to the next tier of mining. Alright, folks. I've had nothing but difficulty with the end of this episode. I went into town. I was going to go get my mobile wash plant and the stuff I needed to set it up. And I went to get in my truck, and one of those famous glitches I was telling you this game's still notorious for occurred. Tried to get into my truck, game froze out, I had to start over. So I got back into town, and I was thinking about it. I was like, I've got that excavator. It's sitting way over here. I can show it to you guys real quick while I'm talking. But I got the excavator and the mobile wash plant, but between the two, they really destroyed what I had left of my money. And I'm sitting here thinking I'm still going to have to pan that damn gold. And I hate panning gold. So I decided this time around I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So instead of buying the mobile wash plant, I went ahead and got the water table, the shaker table, so that I don't have to pan anymore. Does that mean that we have to continue doing some old style shovel mining? Yes. Unfortunately, we cannot fit the excavator back in where the gold is at right now. And without the mobile wash plant, there's no way to turn the dirt into pay dirt. So we're going to have to, next episode, we'll do a little bit more shovel mining. But hopefully with the shaker table, we'll be able to get enough gold produced that we'll be able to go pick up that mobile wash plant and then start doing some serious mining. Until then, like I said, I did pick up the wash table. So what's going to happen is we're going to mine the gold down there like we did last time. And then when we get the pay dirt from rinsing the mats, we're going to come up here and the first thing we're going to do is dump it into this magnetite separator. Magnetite is another sellable item. It takes a little longer to collect, but once you have enough, you can take it to the factory and sell it for some extra income. So this is going to separate the pay dirt and the gold from the magnetite. Once the magnetite bucket fills up, we can go sell the magnetite. Now, what I'm going to try to do is save up as much magnetite as possible, and hopefully after we get the wash plant, we can go get the magnetite trailer. That way we can just store all the magnetite in the magnetite trailer, and then when the trailer's full, take it all in one foul swoop. So what we're going to do once we have that separated is we're going to take the bucket with the pay dirt, and we're going to dump it on the shaker table, and this table is going to automatically separate the gold from the dirt. No more panning. Thank you, God. Okay. Both of these machines are fed by a secondary water pump, as you can see. And the power generator that we purchased in the first episode, we finally have a use for it. I do need to get an extra power cord to run over to the separator. But for now, until I get back into town, I can just plug in whichever machine I'm using at the moment. So I said this was a secondary water pump, and that's because the hose from this pump will probably, at a later date, I'm going to need to move this pump further out so that it can reach my trailer, my mobile wash plant. But for now, I just have it sitting here. But what happens is your hose only reaches so far. So I have it brought down here, and it's daisy chained to my primary water pump. So what's going to happen when I get the trailer is this water pump's probably going to get moved as far away from the water as I can go and still reach it. And then I'll daisy chain the second pump off of that, and hopefully that'll allow us to reach the main field of pay dirt out there so that we can fuel our mobile wash plant. So this is our current setup for now. As I said, next episode we will be playing with the shovel again for a little bit, at least until we get enough gold put together to get our wash plant. And then we will bring the wash plant probably down in this area here, hook the wash plant up, bring the excavator down here, and we'll start mining. All of this is pay dirt, by the way. So we have all of this to mine. And it's going to take quite a while to do it. But can you imagine how much gold is out here? This goes all the way back around in there. All of this, all of it is pay dirt. Now I did like 200 shovels and I got enough gold to get an excavator and the basic equipment I have now. Granted, there was a 40 ounce nugget in there, but still, I should be able to make some pretty good money. And then once I have enough money built up, this is where the wash plant's going to go for the tier 3. And that's when you take the excavator or the front end loader or the dump truck or whatever and you feed the wash plant from here. So it's going to be an episode or two before we get that far just because, you know. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to call it a day. And next time we get together, we'll go earn a little bit more gold. So until then, thank you again for watching. If you've liked this video or any video I do, please feel free to like, subscribe if you have not already. It makes me feel better about the time I spend making these videos to see that people actually appreciate the effort. So, till next time, I've been your host, DM Renevion, saying stay safe, have fun. I'm out.